You should know by now. You should know by now.
Yeah, y'all, you know what it is. Back with another exclusive ROC Solid podcast, kicking off a new season with a legend, a OG, a mentor of mine, a Marcy staple. Without this guy right here, I wouldn't exist. My big homie wouldn't exist. Half the shit you even spitting and you young boys rapping wouldn't exist. So let's make sure we welcome and honor the legendary Jaz-O to the building.
My
brother, man. How you been, man?
Great, man. Great.
Man, so good to see you, my guy. It's been forever.
Vice versa. I know.
Yo, I wanted to bring you here. Like, we spoke on the phone, and I know you was like, yo, my partner, like, yo, what Bleek, even what they want, what they bring. I'm like, I just wanted to give you your flowers, show you the respect, because as a 13-year-old kid watching you and Jay, let's go all the way back, right? Let's go all the way back.
All right, let's go.
You pulling up in the projects with two Black Panthers, shooting the video. As a 12, 13-year-old kid, that meant everything to me to see, like, you was the first guy from Marcy to have a deal. Coming through with Big Daddy Kane. You know what I mean? You and Jay, I turn on Video Music Box, y'all got a video. The guy that live in my next building, Chase, who out there dancing in front of the building, is on TV. So y'all made
It's
these
surreal.
Yes, y'all made these dreams reality to me. And it was like, and then to see y'all in the projects and able to talk to you and be like, yo, I remember seeing you in the elevator. It was me, you, and Jay. And I was like, yo, Jazz, yo, how you make a hook, man? I can't write a hook to save my life.
I remember that.
Yeah, and you was like, yo, just keep writing, man. Just keep writing. And it's gonna get, you gonna get it. You gonna get it.
Yeah.
I still can't make a hook.
I got to put out a book.
Yo, word up. Like, them days of you picking me up we had the pink tracker. Yo, that felt like me leaving my building, getting in the new Sprinter van today that these kids riding in. That's how getting in that tracker felt to me, to go to the studio, working with you, with Ski. Everybody, I was just like honored to be like, yo, y'all picked me. So what was it like for you coming out in the 80s, being the first guy from Marcy, basically putting this whole movement on?
Well, the funny part about it is that you don't realize what you've done until hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in your beginnings, like, you were like, you geek, but at the same time, you having fun.
Yes.
And it was just, there was really no, how should I say it? There was really no precedence. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the experiences that I had, like, I couldn't say like, yo, let me talk to such and such about it because he experienced it too. There was nobody.
That's right. You was the first, one and only.
Exactly. So, and I appreciate that. So dealing with that, it was just handling it like like who I was as far as my maturity. It was like I was geek, but at the same time, I was like, I don't even know where this road ends. I don't know what this path or where this path leads to. So I'm just like, all I know is I got rhyme skills and I could do a 360 and I rhyme better than everybody.
That's right. you had to have a dance move back then.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I had people who came to the projects. They used to come to the projects to, you know, they like, yo, we heard about this dude Jazz and this, that, and the other. He ain't better than me. And, you know, I used to just play coy and, you know, let niggas rhyme. They got the music out. Niggas try to put me on front. You know what I'm saying? And I had to spank them. And
that's right.
So that's what I climbed off of, like that experience, because there was no precedence. There was nobody really that could speak of as a rap artist or lyricist having a record deal or career. You You know what I'm saying? The career part of it wasn't etched in stone. So
That's right.
it's like, yo, I'm just winging it.
Yes, because back then, think, in the 80s, back in those days, saying you're going to be a rapper was equivalent to saying, yo, I'm going to the NBA.
Right.
People looking at you like, yeah, okay,
Right.
I'm going to stay in here and sell these drugs while you play in the notebook.
Right. So yeah, so it was ill, man.
Like, I always wanted to know, like, when did the connection with you and Jay started? Like, that don't even seem real, that question to me. Like, because people always ask me, yo, how is it working with Jay? Like, when did Jay discover you and this and that? And it's like, I'm asking you, when did you discover Jay? It's insane.
Well, first and foremost, I got to give credit to Nike from the Shirt King.
Yep, Shirt King, shout out Nike. And that's crazy, he lived in my building too. First
Exactly.
floor, word up.
Exactly. You were in the Legends
Word
building.
up, he was legendary shit going on in the building.
Definitely.
Word.
So Nike and I knew each other through my man Steve Crosland. May he rest in power.
God bless.
But we met a long time ago, and so basically I was just coming back from I had dropped out of college. I was actually going to college in VA at Old Dominion University.
Wow.
It wasn't for me. You know, I still wanted to be in the street. I wanted to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So none of that shit fit together. So so I was like, I came back home. I got a job, and amidst me getting the job, I'm like, man, fuck this job. You know, I started doing the other thing.
Yep.
And then, you know what I'm saying? So basically, Nike was like, Nike was telling me, he said him, Johnny, who also lived around your way.
I remember Johnny. Yeah.
So him, Johnny, and somebody else, they were having a argument over like who was the best in the projects. And Nike was saying like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. That nigga Jazz just came home from school. You know what I'm saying? Jazz is better than everybody. So, you know, that started like, Nike became the Don King. Putting motherfuckers together, whether they gonna battle or collaborate. You know what I'm saying? So Nike, he put it together. And me and Jay, we met in the, not as far as the lane, but on Park Ave, when cars used to just drive in. And then you go back toward the park and the lane on my side. So we met in front of, it was like between my buildings, which is the rent office building, and 624. So we was all standing right there, and just me, Nike, and Jay, and a couple other cats. They probably mad at me if they see this. They be like, yo, you don't remember me standing there? I was standing there.
Yo, they always, niggas want their shout out.
Hell yeah. So shout out to y'all niggas that I don't remember.
There.
Exactly.
You know who you was.
Exactly. So he put it together. So Jay was standing there. You know, we introduced each other, and it was like, so who gonna rhyme first? Jay was like, and I was like,
both.
Y'all
both quiet.
So I was like, you know, in my mind, and I'm sure there was in his mind too, was like, I'm being nice, but I don't really give a fuck because I know my skill level. So basically, I said, fuck it. Let me spit something. So I rhymed, you know, the little oohs and ahs, and then the crowd, because they already knew I was, and I'm not tooting my, well, I am tooting my own horn. Fuck it, right? If I don't do it now, when?
That's right.
You know, I was already a legend by the time I got back from school, I was already a legend in the projects and in Brooklyn.
That's a fact. Everybody knew.
So I rhymed, and the crowd, you know, we built up a little crowd, and then Jay rhymed. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm not even exaggerating. I'm like, for all, and we're gonna put this out there. For all the people who say that Jay, you know, because you got some people out there, they say Jay jacked my whole style and all this type of shit. It was like, nah, we collaborated for so long and so much that our styles became one style.
Still sharp and still, man.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we need to have that out in the world, you know, for all of the people that like drama and conflict.
Oh yeah.
And,
Jay
know.
stole everybody's style. That's what they say. So
Right.
But so
Yo, ain't nothing.
he the style thief.
Right. You know, and everybody took this or that from somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all learn off each other. That's what life is about.
Right. And you just put your own spiel
Flavor
on it,
to it,
your own
yeah.
signature. Yeah.
Yes.
So Jay rhymed, and I was like, damn, it's like I ain't even finished rhyming. Like I'm like this nigga's rhyming, but I'm rhyming. Like, you know what I'm saying? I almost knew what he was gonna say, but he was, you know, he had certain aspects to his game that were new to me, and I'm sure vice versa. So what started out to be a battle, you know, it was just us rhyming. So we just, you know, we kicked about 2 or 3 more rhymes a piece, and then, you know, niggas just went about their business. But me and Jay, we started linking up and, you know, and writing together. So we started writing routines and all that shit. And, you know, like when you hear like in certain books or, you know, you hear Jay talk about, you know, or records, you know, we banging on the table, you know, with the Haagen-Dazs ice cream and the Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops. We was high as fuck on sugar. That shit was crazy. You know, niggas rhyming going back and forth. And
sweets is ill.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so that's how it started. And we was like, you know, some like Erie or somebody would have the music out.
Yeah, rest in peace, Erie, man. Yes.
Definitely. Rest in power.
What? He bring them speakers out, the whole projects came out, man.
Yes, indeed.
Word, man. Damn.
Yes, indeed. So oh, not to cut you off.
Nah, good. You good.
So, me and Jay, we used to come out. We had, I don't know where Jay got it from, but he had this little, it's a rolling drum machine. It's called a DDM 110. And he actually introduced me to that. Cause, you know, I was into the big machines. I never saw like, you know, so he's like, yeah, I got this drum machine, the DDM 110. And, long story short, we was like, yo, we going to the music. Like, Erie got the music out. We going over there. Usually every time, and it was crazy, every time the music was out, niggas would find a way to find either me or Jay. Because they know if they found him, you know, he would come get me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And we go to the music, and we would shut the shit down. We was like, I don't know if you ever saw this old Bugs Bunny cartoon. He was playing like a composer, and he walks into the opera house or the auditorium, and they going, Leopold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here they come. And it was like that all the time, and we would shut shit down. I'd get on the DDM 110, he rhyme, and then, you know, he just do one of them, you know, hey, yo, Jazz, my buddy, my ace, don't you, you know, on the mic, cold rock, and we got to switch up not just switch the mics, but we got to switch up the drum machine.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
and we had that
man.
shit down to science. So
Like,
that's when it started, and then it never stopped from there.
Like, then y'all, it's a rumor that y'all even once, I don't know if it's true, that y'all battle LL or something, right?
Oh, this what happened. This involved Source Money.
Shout out Source Money, another legendary spitter.
Shout out to Source. Even though, you know, we don't be speaking, you know what I'm saying? I love you.
That's right,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Don't ever forget that.
That's right, man. Always love Sauce Money, man. Sure.
So basically, we were at one of these industry parties. So we were outside, and Dre, I don't know why he was carrying it, but them big ass VHS cameras.
The big, the shoulder joint. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember those.
Yeah.
News reporter shit.
Word. Word. You couldn't be a weak nigga carrying that shit
Word
neither.
up.
So he had that. Again, the other people that were there, I don't remember everybody that was there.
Shout out the ones that was there. You know who was there.
Exactly. So basically, we were all standing outside. So it was me, Jay, Sauce, Dre. I don't know if VI was there. I think VI was there too.
Shout out VI, OG VI.
Yes, indeed. He's like, I don't know. So LL and some other cat, they walked by. And around this time, like Sauce, he was doing that shit all the time. Like every time we went to industry party or whatever, Sauce was always trying to battle niggas. And he would be looking at niggas like, so you don't know if I'm putting myself in the place of the people that he's staring at. Like, I wouldn't know whether he want to battle or he got beef.
Yeah, it's gang shit or or it's rap and stuff.
Yeah.
Because gang, Sauce did have that look as like Ice Cube back in the day when he was a young dude. Like you didn't know, like,
Right.
yeah, you see a nigga like Sauce just looking at you like, yo, what type of time homie on? He definitely got that look.
Exactly. So he was staring at LL and doing this type of shit.
Like, what up? Yeah.
I'm like, oh man. It's like, so somebody said something. And I think he said it, something to the extent of like, you don't want it or some shit like that. Like that's the shit he was on. He's like, you don't want it. And LL was like, I know his mindset. He was like, nigga, I got a deal and I'm rich.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. But I know his man's told him something to the effect of like, it's too many people looking and the nigga called you out. So if you just keep it moving, it's gonna come out.
Weak. Yeah.
Yeah. So LL turned around and he came back and Sauce explained like, yo, what's up? Let's do it. So Sauce started rhyming. This nigga crazy. So Sauce started rhyming, right? And then LL rhymed. And the funny part, I'm gonna tell you the funny, it didn't happen yet, but then after LL rhymed and Jay rhymed, and LL was already doing what I'm about to tell you before that, but he really got into it like, so Jay rhymed, and then LL rhymed again. And when LL started rhyming, this nigga staring at me.
No way.
This nigga like, I'm like, first, in my head, first, I'm surprised. Like, first off, nigga, you already know. You don't want it with me. And second, like, I didn't say nothing to you. But, guilt by association.
That's right.
And he didn't really, to be honest, he didn't really know Sauce or Jay.
Yeah,
well, he was slightly familiar with Jay through me.
Yes.
And, Jay's exploits in Queens way back when. So basically, he's rhyming at me. So I'm like, one of those, they basically drew me into the whole shit. So I started rhyming, and that's basically how it went down. I wouldn't say who won or lost, but I know that every rhyme that we three spit was better than his shit. And I'm not trying to disrespect L. L is a great lyricist and everything else. One thing I like about LL, he's in pocket. His timing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that that night, and I'm sure, I'm sure it was an off night for him. You know, niggas caught him off guard or whatever. But I mean, me personally, like I don't off guard or on guard, like nigga, you it's me. But
That's right.
but it was one of those things, and it was a battle, but it wasn't a battle. And the crazy part about it is Dre was recording the whole shit. And I was like, damn, that VHS probably corroded about 25 years ago.
My G, that shit got circulated through the hood like Kane murder tape in minutes.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it was wild. It was wild.
Yeah, man, damn, that's ill that that LL even at that level in his career would even stop and rhyme.
But he wasn't on his own, but his man's was like, yo, it's probably better than, yeah. And I respected it. I would, me personally, I would have respected both if he had just kept it moving, you know, and then the fact that I kind of respected a little more the fact that he turned around,
You got to, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause me, I ain't bad on nobody outside the club. But man, come in the show and see what they paying me to do.
Exactly.
Straight up. So back then, being like the first in the game, like you said, there was no president, there was nobody to talk to. What is some of the early lessons you would say you learned from, being in the music industry?
And it sounds so cliche, but be yourself. Because and fortunately for us, we grew up in Marcy. So it was a lot easier, especially outside of Marcy or outside of that element, for us to be ourselves. I see a lot, and I've known a lot of individuals who I've known before they had a name, and I see them years later, and it's like, who the fuck are you?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like me and you, like before the cameras came on, we were on the phone, we talking about shit that happened 30, 35 years ago.
That's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
fact, yo. Nothing, they never change, bro. Like, that's the thing, like, in this game, like, being early. I remember you and B-High used to be on me, yo, if you ain't 10 minutes early, you 10 minutes late. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Being in the studio with you, all that. Yo, you coming to the studio to write the rhyme. Nigga, I gave you the beat last night. Write the rhyme in the house. We not here to spend money watching you write a rap.
Right.
Like, come prepared.
Right.
Don't come to the studio wasting time. Then, being in the studio, remember, writing the rhyme in the studio, you on me, like, you can't memorize a rhyme you just wrote. You're supposed to perfect it. Then come. So that way we could be in here 15 minutes, get out of here. They charging us by the hour. We finish the song in 20 minutes and we done.
Yep.
We save our money. Those gems, bro, I still go to, like, I just play and go to the studio certain times. Like, I got an engineer in Orlando, my homie Sharp, and he say all the time, yo, bro, you need to shoot your studio sessions, because other artists need to learn how you doing this. This is not normal.
Preparation.
Yeah, he like, I never seen somebody come and do 2-3 songs in an hour.
That's regular shit.
That's what I'm saying. And I learned that from you. Like, you, B-High, Jay, y'all the ones who taught me etiquette, business, being a man, integrity, and number one, anything I ever asked you about rap. Be yourself. Stop rapping like Daz Effects. I remember I spit a rap to you, like, stop rapping like Daz Effects. I was like, all right, I got you. And I'm thinking, I'm killing it. But those was gems that, like you said, man, be yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's you was the first two. Like, the game is switch, everybody independent. Bro, you was doing independent in the early 90s, pressing up, wasn't even CDs, you was pressing up vinyl, tapes. really running around. What was that like to be like the pioneer of that game, bro?
I mean, I could sit here and talk like it was so methodical and all this other shit and strategies and shit. Nah, I was just doing what I felt needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? You know, in 80, 85, me, Jay, KG and Spanks cousins, LD and Almond Joy, you know, Errol and Jason from Long Island, we did a song called HP Gets Busy. You know what I'm saying? And fortunately, I had somebody who was really pushing for that, you know, pushing for me as an artist to be successful. And he came up with the idea like, yo, let's do a vinyl. I mean, that was all, it wasn't no CDs. So it was vinyls. And so we did a vinyl, and it just so happened that he was my manager at the time, and he was also the father of April Walker, or Walker Wear.
Oh shit, damn, Walker Wear. That was that shit for a minute back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Word.
I think, yeah, she brought it back out. She brought it back out.
Crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to Jack Walker, April Walker, Jackie Walker, Tahira. You know, that's family. You know what I'm saying? So we circulated that. Even before that, I had done some work with Fresh Gordon. You know.
Legends, man. You naming legends right now.
Gordon, yeah, so Gordon used to do, you know, he used to do work with the Fat Boys. I called him and asked him before another interview I was having, could I tell the story about the song Push It by Salt and Pepper.
No way. Damn.
Gordon produced that. Gordon made that beat. And he made it so quick and easy, and I'm not belittling the song. The song is a big, big song. But he did it so quick that he was like, you know, he told Herbie, Love Bug, he was like, just give me a couple of grand, you know what I'm saying, and take it. JP, who was his manager at the time, this guy JP Edmond, he was like, yo, he's offering you some publishing. Take the publishing. Gordon, that's just how he was. He's like, yo, just give me the money and y'all niggas just get out of my face so I could go do other shit that I'm doing, and me and Jazz could get back to working on songs and shit. Yeah. So what happened was he did that beat, and I talked to him a few times. I said, I know you be punching yourself in the face.
Hell yeah. 'Cause it's a cultural classic. Like
exactly.
Like it's in movies, commercials. Like they got it in the new Peloton commercial, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like it's insane, and you sold that for $2,000.
But, you know, and then...
back then, 2,000 was like 20 grand today.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, in his defense, it was like, back then, we never really saw any publishing money. And we had limited knowledge of what publishing was all about, and how these record companies would actually take the publishing, you know what I'm saying? And they were making money, but publishing was a big secret. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, the record companies used to tell you back then that, oh, don't worry about it, you know, publishing, don't worry about it. You're gonna make all your money doing shows, going on tour. I've seen it. I don't want to say no names, but they've said it, you know.
No, I believe it, because so many artists from back then, you hear the same story, man. And it's not just a coincidence everybody got the same story.
Right. Right. Yeah, this shit's ill. Like, so,
damn.
damn, I forgot what the fuck we was talking about.
No, I was just saying like the independent pressing up the
Oh,
music and like I said, you was pressing up vinyl. These guys out here find it difficult to hit send. Now
right.
think about it. All you gotta do is hit send and it goes on every platform and these
Everywhere.
guys act like they doing hard work. I still don't know where to press up a vinyl at. Like, and I was in the vinyl era.
Right.
Like,
You know, what's funny? There's a what was that shit? I think it was on South 4th Street on the south side in Brooklyn. They had this spot that used to do all of the they used to make the dub plates for all of the, you know, all the, I don't want to say Jamaican, but I would say like reggae and everything calypso related to that. They used to do all the dub plates for that. But yeah. Another way that the music circulated, like I found, like me and Gordon, we found out that we had done a couple of songs and we put it on cassette tape and people was copying it, and this shit got as far down to like Florida. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, I heard Luke Skywalker got your cassette.
damn.
And this,
And
yeah,
that's major back then because there was no distribution, was no internet, no YouTube,
none of
no
that.
Instagram. So to get a tape, a record from New York to Florida, that mean that it was hand delivered.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Exactly.
Like that's insane. And I don't think these kids even understand the magnitude on how hard it was to promote music back then. It was not as easy and I could just say like music is everywhere. You can't even escape it anymore.
Right.
Like it's in your face. Back then, if you walk by the music store, you didn't think about music for the rest of the day.
I know.
Think about it. If
Yeah.
you went in the sneaker store and said, yo, I'm gonna spend my last on these J's, records didn't matter. Like, okay, I go in the house and watch Video Music Box. And after that,
That's right.
it's whatever. I watch NBA. But today, music, TV, cable, phone, iPad, like anywhere you look, music is so accessible today. Yo, do you feel like, what's one moment or record you feel proves your legacy better than headlines could ever do?
The Originators.
Classic.
And the thing about it is that I had done something that nobody else did. And the history on that was, shout to David Gregory, aka Cool KG, DJ from Marcy. Shout out to him because he used to let us come in the crib. You know, he had the 808. That was the first machine he had. He had the 808 and he was DJing, you know, the Gregory family.
Yeah.
Nate, Dave, Spank on down was always out with the music. So we used to go, a few of us, like going there and rhyme. You know, I actually met Gordon, Fresh Gordon, through KG.
Damn. That's crazy.
And so, yeah, I lost my thought.
No. You good. I got you. I said the record defining your moment better than headlines. You said the originator.
Right. So what happens is the history behind the Originators was that I was, me and KG, we used to do what was really called a mixtape. That was the original meaning of a mixtape back then. It wasn't like a bunch of songs. It was like a DJ cutting shit up, cutting up beats, and an MC rhyming.
Yeah.
That was a mixtape. And it was literally a tape. So I was going up to KG crib, we was doing tapes. So one day I had this rhyme that I wrote and it was too many syllables to fit in 16, like 1/16, like for a 4/4 for a measure. And so I had to squeeze the word in. And I ain't want to be off beat. So I kind of doubled it up and kind of tripled it up. So after we would make a tape, a lot of times, and I used to drink beer back then. We would get, it was before the 40 ounce, it was the 32 ounce.
I remember those, the 32.
Yes. We would go to 297 Park and sit on the bench at 297 Park.
Yep. 29, that shit's still there, man.
Yeah, with the JVC. KG had a couple of JVCs. One, remember the one JVC with the one big woofer? So
That was the block party specialist.
So we would sit there and listen to our work. And KG kept rewinding the part where I doubled up on a word. And he was like, yo, how'd you do that? I was like, I just did it. And he was like, yo, you should do that more. And then incidentally, and they didn't hear, like Jay didn't hear KG say that, but Jay said the same thing. He was like, yo, you should do that more. And I was like, interesting. And you gotta understand, me at the time, I was the apex predator MC, not only in Marcy, but in Brooklyn.
That's right.
So I didn't really give a shit about, like, yo, like I felt like I already impressed everybody. So the only person left for me to impress is myself. Yeah. And I know that sounds, it is what the fuck it is. But no,
that's you right. You do gotta impress yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you unhappy, if you ain't impressed by your own work, then you can't be writing rhymes just for the people around you.
Right. It's a problem.
Yes.
And I do the same thing with beats. Like a beat that I make and I'm not crazy about it, like you'll never hear it. You'll never hear a beat that I made that I didn't like, because I turned the machine off and erased everything. So so to get back to that, like Jay was like, yo, you should do that more. And then in our routines, we started doing this shit. And all around, and this was a pivotal time, because this was around the time that I had eventually got a record deal, like a single deal with Tommy Boy Records. And it was for R&B. It was,
damn.
Yeah. So I did this song called I'm in Love. And I had featured on a B-side because Gordon had a deal with Tommy Boy too. He's the one who put me on the Tommy Boy. Or I should say, he put them on to me. And we did this song called My Fila, which was an answer to my Adidas. Yeah, and that went over real well. And so to get back to Jay saying like, yo, should do that more, around this time was the time that, the single deal was over with. And me and Gordon, we were still doing music together. And this cat, Marlon Prescott, I know you probably know who Steve Prescott was.
I heard of Marlon Prescott.
Yeah. So Marlon, he started coming through, the Gordon's crib. He heard me. He was like, yo, you need to be on a major record company. I was like, yeah, okay. Because, we young. It's like, yo, I'm gonna do records. I'm getting money out here.
That's right.
Don't fuck about no record company.
That's right.
So long story short, he set up a meeting, and I'm gonna kind of kill it there because that shit goes into a whole intertwine. So when I got the deal, I told Jay that I got the deal, and I asked Jay, like, yo, they sending me out to London. It's like, you with it? He was like, yeah. And he had to get consent because he was under 18. And that's around the time my management introduced us to Irv Gotti.
God bless Irv Gotti. Word.
Rest in power. So we so that's what happened. So Irv was reluctant to go, but he came with us, and then that happened. So then the second album, I wanted to get Jay more involved, you know, on the creative end, because Jay, for the most part, he was doing like little ad libs, one liners and shit on my because I wanted to associate him, or you know,
Yes.
in some kind of way.
Nothing was funnier than him falling out the sky in Hawaiian Sophie.
That's crazy. Yo, if you see this, I apologize, man. I apologize. It was not my intent to have you looking crazy like that. You know,
For that time, it wasn't.
it was, yeah, it sure
It wasn't. That was fly. We was in the projects hype. But growing up and getting older and the way the world went, it's like,
yeah.
I go, yo, Jay, where you came from, dog?
But you can't. That's because he created such a brand where unless you see it on video, you can't even imagine that it started from that point.
Yes.
You know
And
what I'm
he
saying?
was like, what, 16? 17 in that video?
He was like 6. Let me see. Shit, I don't even remember. He was like. Let me see. We had already gone to London. I think he was 17 or 18.
Yeah, look, that's crazy, man. That's insane.
Yep.
That's insane. That was fire. Like that video, the originator song, man, y'all doing that song. Who produced that record?
I did.
You made the originator beat too?
You talking about the first one, the original?
Yes.
Yeah, I made that beat.
You did Ain't No Nigga too, right?
Yes.
And Rap Game, Crack Game.
Yes.
I don't think you get enough credit for your drum pads, dog. Like your air on these beats, you made classics and just chill.
But you, yeah. And I have to be accountable for that shit, because a part of me regrets it, because I'm like, yo, like the fuck is wrong with you? Like you should keep going. You talk about you know what they say, like you can't complain about something that you're not gonna do anything about. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I was guilty of that. You know, I would complain about how fucked up the industry was becoming. Well, the hip hop part, I mean the entertainment, we ain't even going into that. It started out fucked up. But I couldn't rightfully say anything about it and not respond in a way, or to become the counterbalance to the bull, or at least what I saw as bullshit. So this is kind of like a rehashing of Jaz-O, you know, because don't let the gray hairs fool you.
No, man, great. That's that wisdom, boy. Like, you've been putting it down forever, bro. Like, think about it. Those 3 records, you the originator, Ain't No Nigga, Rap Game, Crack Game. Those 3 records have changed any producer or artist, rapper's life. Like it did Jay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight up. Because everything changed after Ain't No Nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Straight up, everything changed after Ain't No Nigga.
You know, when I knew shit was different, I'm like, it was like in the beginning, I'm bringing Irv and Jay out, and Ain't No Nigga was really the time where Jay was like, we going to Miami. And I was like, and it was bigger because it was no record label budget that was appropriated for that. It was like him saying like, yo, this is what we doing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we out. I was like, oh shit. This shit is real.
Word up.
So, yeah, man.
When I seen it change, Jazz, like me, when it hit, when I knew, oh shit, it's different. We was in VA at some type of, I think it was an in-store or a show. And the limo, we was in the limo. We pull up in the limo. And everybody just rushed the limo, bro. Like, they rushed the limo going so crazy. They dented the limo. The side of the limo was dented. That's how many people was trying to bum rush and get to the limo. And we all in the car, Jay telling we pull off. And we looking at each other like, yo, is this real? Like,
right.
This is like, is it real? I remember everybody looking at it like, is this really happening?
Like, this is shit you see in the movie,
Yeah,
videotape,
running
like,
behind the car.
rock stars,
Yeah.
AC/DC and some shit.
Yo, they was pulling the boobies out and everything. Remember, I'm 14 at this time, so you know I'm sitting here like, open the door.
Right.
Let's run to the light.
Not knowing you're gonna get half killed.
Just like Poltergeist, come to the light, Clarice.
Right.
Yo.
Whoa.
So with all that man, you're a GOAT, man. Seriously. If no one ever told you, bro, I'll be the one to tell you, you're a GOAT, man. Definitely one of the GOATs. And with that being said, how do you feel where Brooklyn's place in hip hop is today from where we started?
It's definitely not the same. And it runs universally across New York, period, because of the influence of the media. Is sort of compromised the creativity. And what I mean by that is radio, commercial radio at that time, even before digital radio at that time started playing the same music nationwide. So if you see the program list for New York, you could go to Detroit and it'd be the same program list. And that's, you know, of course they say that's what really monetized and this, that, and the other with hip hop, but it really added or contributed to the enslavement of the people who's actually spending the market and spending the money, you know. And so I think that, like, when you hear artists now, it's not new hip hop. It's like you from Bed-Stuy and you rhyming like you from Louisiana. Now I'm not taking a jab at cats who rhyme and they sound like they from Louisiana. If they from Louisiana,
that's right.
You know, but we lost our identity. You know what I'm saying? And it was it was actually planned that way. It was actually planned that way. It's like, nah, because these motherfuckers in the city, meaning New York, they too progressive. And especially around the time when you had groups like Brand Nubian, myself, there are a few other cats. I it don't come to mind right now. But the cats that made Peach Fuzz.
Oh, damn. Peach Fuzz. Who was that? I was thinking Arrested Development. You had De La Soul.
Yeah, De La Soul. You had it was more conscious. Even PM Dawn back then.
African Bambaataa. Public Enemy.
Definitely Public Enemy.
KRS-One. When he turned into the philosopher, because at first he was an assassin.
Right.
The first KRS-One was an assassin.
Right.
Then he became the philosopher.
The KRS 1.0 One.
Yes. That's a fact.
Yes,
KRS 1.1. So what advice would you give young artists coming out today, no matter being from wherever they from, New York, Louisiana, as you said? Like, what advice would you give them on how important ownership and longevity is?
Firstly, to recognize your creativity for what it is. It's creativity. Second, recognize the business and learn the business for what it is. Because one thing that we did back then, we got them intertwined. So we were being creative, and I still hear people say it today. It's like, yo, that song right there is crazy. Like, you put this out, it's like, it ain't gonna do nothing without marketing dollars, without a strategy. You know what I'm saying? So it's still people to this very day who get it mixed with a song that they personally think is a hot song on a creative level, thinking that it's good. They think that it should be successful. But in order for a song to be successful, it has to be exploited.
That's right. And it has to be planned, a real plan.
That's right.
Marketing, everything has to go into it. And there's a lot of moving parts to a record moving.
That's right. A lot of trickery. Now you got AI.
Whoa,
you know,
man.
It's a whole menagerie of things that contribute to the success of a song. Because, I mean, we've all heard songs that when it hit our eardrums, it's like, yo, this shit is garbage.
Yep.
But after about 3,000-4,000 plays
This
in heavy rotation,
this shit fire.
right? And even if you still don't like it, you find yourself singing the song or rapping it. Yep.
Nah, I 100% agree, man. Like, that's what I would say to these kids, man. Definitely 100% be yourself, and originality is something that's lost, man. Like, I feel like we're in a copy and paste world.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? We living in is major. Like, so like the legacy of Jaz-O, man, when people say your name Jaz-O, when they think about Jaz-O and everything that you contributed, like what's the picture you want them to paint of you beyond the guy who they say just put Jay-Z on? Because it's more to Jaz-O than just Jay is larger than life. You know, everybody, even when I can't do nothing. Anything I do, he did it. I go on vacation, he paid for it. So I get it. But that's why I need you to say it yourself so they can get it. Because I have to say it 4 million times a day.
Right. And what's crazy is that I, believe it or not, I fall under that category often as well. So I would like for people to remember the thought and my sincerity, like regardless of whatever music I put out, that it was all from the heart. That I didn't say things a certain way just to, and of course, a lot of artists would be like, well, why would you say it? And I didn't say things just to impress people. And this may be like this may be the worst selling tool that I could use, but shit, and to this minute, I'm still trying to keep impressing myself.
That's right.
Because I feel like, to me, and it may sound a little narcissistic, but to me, I'm the highest intellect. I'm the best reference to as far as judging what a good song is, what a good rhyme is, what an excellent rhyme is, what the best thing is. Like, I go back and forth, like I still dabble on my drum machine, and like I still go back and forth in my own head. It's like, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, and I kind of want, I'm in the process of writing books. So that's the main thing I want to impress upon people is that this wasn't always how many streams you could get or how many billboards you on. You know, for some of us out here, it was about this is something we did because we enjoyed it.
That's right.
We wasn't getting paid for it at the time. We was just doing it. And places we had to go, you know, me and Jay, we traveled. We went to, you know, before the deals and stuff like that. Me and Jay used to go up to, we heard about Dougie Fresh. Guess where we was? We was in Harlem.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We went to where the action was, and that's what it was about. And it wasn't about getting paid or like that. And then, you know, my first taste of getting bread was like a MC contest. And I was like, I could just go on the stage and do what I do in my sleep damn near, and you know, y'all gonna give me some money?
Word up.
But the, you know, and the crazy part about it, all right, I'm trying to think which club this was. It was Broadway International. And
I'm too young for that. I don't remember that spot.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's cool. So Broadway International, we used to go up there, and you know, it was a lot of us. It was I ain't gonna mention everybody's name. Y'all know
the ones who was there, you know, salute.
Exactly. But I gotta shout out my man Slide. You know, Skid, older brother.
Damn, I ain't hear that name in forever, bro.
Right. I gotta shout out Kiddo,
yeah.
his brother Pony.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there? Moo used to come out with us sometime. Shout out to all y'all. It was other niggas with us, but you know, and Jay was definitely there. Oh, LD, Errol, KG cousin, you know, he was with us a lot. And on that occasion too. So it's so much shit, man. Like I get like a flood of information.
Of course, I know. Once
you
start going, it's like all the memories start coming back.
It's like a tree with branches.
And every
branch got a branch
story. Yes,
exactly.
So I know exactly what you're going through, bro.
Branch got a branch, and then the leaves, and then the leaves. Yeah, so it's a lot. So back then, they had this MC contest, and I'm trying to think, what's this nigga name? Mr. something. But he was the manager, right? If I don't remember your name, like, hit my social media and remind me of something. If you see this, of course.
Word up.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, we doing a rap contest. You know, the winner get $1,000. I was like, word. So I got in it. Let me tell you who was in who the finalists were. Dana Dane.
Chill.
And what's my man? Just Ice. Just Ice was rhyming with this other kid. I think his name was, he called himself Triple T or something, or Tricky T or something. And Just Ice, you know, Just Ice was a bully from a long time ago. He just got mad at the nigga.
We had the big change.
Yeah.
Just Ice.
He got mad at the nigga, and he was like, I'm gonna just do this shit myself. And the same thing happened, like me, Errol, and Jason, we were we entered the contest together, but it really just ended up being me. Like, and no disrespect to them or nothing, but they ran out of rhymes.
That happens.
That shit happens.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? They ran out of rhymes and they was like, fuck it, you got it. And so we were the finalists. It was me, Just Ice, and Dana Dane. And the prize was $1,000. And I won.
Smoke Dana Dane and Just Ice. Legendary shit. Come on, man. Dana Dane put the ballies on.
Right. Right. From
Word up.
and,
Dana
they
Dane
was,
the fame.
yeah.
Yo, crazy.
And, they was the what's the name? They were the him, Slick Rick, and somebody else.
Cold Crush, brother.
Nah, they were called the Kango crew.
Oh, the Kango crew. See, I didn't even know about that crew.
Yeah, funny little tidbit though. They were taking we were taking a recess, and I was going to use the bathroom. So when I went in the bathroom, Rick was coaching Dana.
On hot chill.
Yeah.
And he still went out there and got smoked, see?
Yo, let me tell you something. Now I don't know why, but it seemed like Rick didn't like me for a long time. Every time I saw him, he had this look. I don't know if it was the respect or he's like, I just don't like this nigga.
Nah, it's respect.
But I've seen him recently. I mean, we were kids, to be honest, we were kids, and I don't take offense to it. And I hope if he hears this that he doesn't take offense to it, because even back then I didn't take offense to it. I knew how people responded to me for whatever reason, and it was great.
Man, nah, you was too nice, man. That's what it was, Jazz. You was ahead of your time, man. That's a lot of. I say that about a few people in the game. Like you were one of them ones that was just so nice that people didn't catch on until later.
Yeah.
To where they like, oh, this what he was talking about.
Right.
This the shit he was doing. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, bro. Like I said, you brought Panthers to the projects.
Yeah.
Niggas can't even bring black cars to the project. Certain people still haven't even brought a black car. You brought a Black Panther to the projects. So let's clear that up. And another thing,
the baby lion.
Yeah, like in this industry, you built numerous entities. You taught, you evolve. What's the next chapter of Jaz-O's life that's being written? You know, you said you got a book coming out.
Yeah, I'm doing several books, and it's really about it's kind of like a pleasurable pressure, like to always do stuff that's original. So for me, it's like I'm doing sort of like a background, like it's an autobiography, but it's done in pieces. But amidst the pieces of different eras in my life, there is lessons. Like the first volume of 7 is gonna be about poetic, what they call poetic license, but the different what do you call them? Can't come up with the word right now, but they're different, like onomatopoeia, simile, prose, the different double entendres.
Yeah.
And I list a certain amount, and just teaching people what these things are and how I utilize them, and basically coming to the point of creative writing, and that everything you write to an extent is creative writing.
That's right. From
a book report to a business plan, there's creativity involved, because if there isn't, guess what? Nobody's going to pay any attention to it. You got to have a flair.
It's just words on the paper.
Right. You got to have a flair for something different. Like, what's outstanding in this that's going to make me spend some money on you, or whatever the case.
That's right.
So, my legacy is to impart impart not information but physical, experiential, and spiritual I guess you could call it anecdotes, you know what I'm saying, of what shit is about, like from my perspective. I don't think, because to be honest with you, I mean, we all have our own perspective and none is exactly alike. But I think that in certain things, mine is more contrasting than a lot of other people, and that's what I want to share with the world and make that my legacy.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna tune in. I'm buying all 7. You said you got 7 different chapters with 7 different books, so I'm buying all 7. Because it's my mentor, Jaz-O, man. Like, how can I say this? Because it's almost like me asking myself this question, me asking you this question.
Right.
What do you feel like you still want to accomplish that will be like the full circle closure to everything for you?
I know it sounds general, but to balance, like I was talking about earlier, to counterbalance a lot of the things that grieve artists and the music audience in hip hop in particular. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff you have to deal with, like, oh, I can't do this because this is stopping me, or they make you pay for this, and I mean, it's coming around to that. But at the same time, there's a price to pay, because what you were talking about, ownership. And I think that is, of course, it's gonna put a big fucking red flag next to my name and, you know, a target on me, but it's like, that's the key, to bring back ownership.
That's right.
Because if you made it, you created it, you should own it.
That's a fact.
And the crazy part about it is that there's nobody stopping anybody from owning it. It's just that the information is not out there. And then they use this other shit, the streaming, as a distraction. It's like, why own your shit when you could just create it, publish it, and put it on our
platform.
DSP.
Yeah, you come to my app and listen to it. You don't have to own it. You don't have to bring this home with you and own it.
Right.
You know, it don't have to be like your couch. It's like, like having a virtual couch. Like, yeah, I'm gonna open my app and lay on my couch.
Yeah.
Like, that's what so I totally agree. Ownership is everything to me, man. Like, I was taught that by y'all. Like,
and I gotta say this too. Maybe I'm saying too much, but fuck it. When I say ownership, as an individual, you're not supposed to own anything. You're supposed to control it. And then the problem is, like say for instance, my name is Jonathan Burks, right? But that's what they told me. I'm not Jonathan Burks. My name is Jonathan Burks, and that's what they use when they send you to court. That's what they use when they put in all caps and they send you bills. That's not me. Jonathan Burks is the hoodie that I put on, you know what I'm saying, and go out into the world and conduct business in commerce. It's not you. Like, your name is not right. It's not you. And in all actuality, a living, breathing soul cannot do business with a corporation or a corporate entity, period. So when I say ownership, like, I'm not going to go into the whole spiel, but you put it in a place where a document owns all your stuff, but you are
the controller.
the controller and
Yeah.
the grant and the sole controller. That's the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
Because owning it doesn't mean anything. And but
It means
we use
lose it.
owning.
Yeah, it means you can lose it. Somebody comes sue
Right.
you, they can take it from you. It's
Right.
all you know is opening up companies and putting intellectual property under this, corporation, this asset. Yeah, but a lot of these guys gotta, like you said, you have to have, it's almost like in the publishing game. You have to have enough music out to generate publishing. You can make an ASCAP or BMI account today, but if your records, you don't have enough music out generating a certain amount of dollars, you're just gonna have an empty ASCAP account.
You spending right. You spending more money.
So with the intellectual property ownership, what you talking about, it has to be enough for you to, control it like that. But that's definitely a major gem drop. And I just want to say thank you, Jaz-O, for pulling up. I want to tell you that as a brother, as a little homie of yours, I love you as a big homie. Everything you
Love you too.
contributed to my life, every good and bad day we ever had, all led up to this. So
All road.
yes,
Yeah.
man, and I appreciate you and I thank you for coming through, man. And trust me, the world loves Jaz-O and the world needs more Jaz-Os, because if it wasn't for you looking inside and knowing, because you could have been selfish, bro. And a person that's being selfish can stop so many other dreams. By
That's a fact.
you helping Jay helped me. And I'm helping so many other people. And that's all from your branch. Like you said, every branch has a different branch and we still growing leaves on ours. So
Yes.
I just want to say thank you, my brother, and stay blessed and keep doing your thing. Jaz-O, the legend. ROC Solid, baby. Yeah.